everybody, hello from Spain. Hola de España. Pepe and I were having a great time here in Cuenca, and I can't wait to tell you about it. So let's see, it all started January 17th. Is the day I left for Cuenca, and I woke up that morning and it was snowing. Snowing. It was the first time it had snowed in North Carolina all year, and I knew it was a little gift from God um, to start my adventure in Europe. And I was so excited, but I was also really nervous, and it was a happy day, but it was a sad day, and an exciting day, just too many feelings in one day. So I went to the airport, said a very tearful goodbye, and I was off. I went from Philadelphia, to Greensboro to Philadelphia, and then from Philadelphia to Madrid. And it was a long flight, and the time difference was weird because we had dinner, and then like 3 hours later we had breakfast because of the time difference, because Spain is 6 hours ahead, so that was a little bit weird. But so then we landed in Madrid. It was around 8 in the morning there, and I had to figure out how to get to Cuenca. And oh my goodness, it was a struggle. I my Spanish was not as good as I thought it was. I tried speaking, and all I could manage to say was Cuenca, ¿dónde está? Or ¿Cómo ir a Cuenca? How do I go to Cuenca? And oh, it was a struggle. I tried figuring out how to take the bus, and then I couldn't figure out the train system, and it's all in Spanish, and so eventually I took a taxi to the bus station, and then I got to the bus station, and this kid gets on the elevator and pushes all of the buttons. And I was like, crap, because the levels here are different than in America. There's negative floors. So the bus station there was like -1, -2, and I needed to be on -2, and the kid pushed all the buttons, and I was like, crap, I can't remember, and I barely made it in time to my bus. I had like 5 minutes before they left, and so I got to Cuenca. It was okay, and the weird thing about studying abroad in Spain with my program was that I didn't know where I was going to be living, which was kind of scary. So I got here, and my buddy that the university paired me with helped me check into a hostel, and it was kind of a creepy hostel, but it's okay. So went to the hostel, and the next day I found myself a university residence that I really liked, and the next day we decided to move in. Well, I decided to move in. And my friend, she helped me push my suitcase all the way from the hostel to the residence, which was a few miles, and that day the bridge just so happened to be icy, and I was wearing slippery boots, and my suitcase was on wheels, and so I looked like a newborn giraffe straddling the bridge, pushing my suitcase for quite a long time to my residence. It's pretty funny, but so once I got to my residence, I laid down, and I finally had a moment to be still, and it hit me really hard that this is where I was going to be for the next 5 or 6 months, and I had a mental breakdown. I called my mom in tears, and I said, Mom, this study abroad thing has been fun, but I'm ready to come home. I know I'm a wimp. I lasted 2 whole days. But when they say culture shock is real, they're not kidding. Culture shock is real. Jet lag is also very real. I was over emotional, overtired, overwhelmed, and I couldn't communicate with anyone here because I couldn't speak Spanish very well. But so my mom talked to me and I felt a little better, and the next few days I started getting involved, and I talked on the Facebook group, and I met some people there, and we went and toured Cuenca, and I bought a little plant at a store, and that made me feel a lot better. It made it feel a lot more like home. And I didn't unpack for a whole week and a half because I wasn't sure if I was going to stay here or not. But after a week and a half, I went to the store and I bought hangers. It was a very, very big deal for me because when I bought hangers, it signified that I was going to be staying here and that I was going to do this experience and that this was going to be my home for the next few months. And when I bought hangers at the store, I got a little bit teary-eyed, and the lady was like, "What's going on? They're just hangers." But buying hangers was a really big deal for me. So I joined a volleyball team, and I went exploring, hiking a lot, and Cuenca is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's so incredibly beautiful. I love it. Here are some of my favorite pictures of Cuenca. So as you can tell, Cuenca is very beautiful. It's like a storybook town. I just love it. It's got the quaintness, and it's so cute, and it's beautiful and historic, and it's not too big, but it's not too small. It's just perfect. I just love it. So after a few weeks here, my classes started, and the classes here are a lot different than in America, or at least for my university. Um, I go to class the first day, and no one's there. And I'm like, oh no, I went to the wrong classroom. Nope, it's just, I guess, the first week of classes, it's normal not to go. So that was really weird for me. Um, and I have, like, for example, I have a painting class, and the class starts at 3, but no one really comes till 4 because it ends at 6. But, so that's also, I don't know, it's just the classes here are a lot more relaxed, which I really like, but it's also a little bit, it's hard getting used to because being in the honors college and me being me, I just want to, it's weird not having a lot of homework, so when I do get homework, it's like, yay! Which I can't believe I'm saying, but it's true. So life in Spain is pretty good. They do some things very differently though. So they kiss on the cheek when you say hello. You a kiss here and then a kiss here, and you say hola. They go out really late. I'm not really a partier, but I assume in America we go out around, I don't know, 10, 11. Here the party doesn't start till 2, so needless to say I don't go out much. Siesta. Ooh, siesta is very important. Um, during around 2 o'clock, from 2 to 4, 2 to 5 every day. In Spanish, they have a thing called siesta, where all the stores close down and everyone takes a nap or just eats and just relaxes for a few hours in the middle of the day, which is really nice. Life here is a lot more relaxed than in America. The Spanish language obviously at first it was very difficult for me, and it still is very difficult for me now, but I've gotten a lot better. And it'll come with time. And don't freak out about going somewhere where they speak different language, because I kind of like it, honestly. I love learning a new language, and it's really challenged my brain, and I don't know, it's interesting. And you get a lot of funny stories from it. Like the other day, I was talking to my roommate, about my painting class, and I told her, yo soy muy excitada para mi clase de pintura mañana, which means I'm very excited for my painting class tomorrow. And excited, I just assumed that excitada meant excited, but it means horny. So when your teacher said that she could tell when you use Google Translate, she wasn't lying. Do not use Google Translate. Buy yourself a little Spanish-English dictionary, because you'll save yourself a lot of embarrassment. Embarrassment is not embarazada either. I also learned that one. Embarazada means pregnant, not embarrassed. But it will make you embarrassed if you say that. I also, for my first few weeks, I visited Madrid with some friends, and here's some pictures of Madrid. I also visited beautiful Barcelona, and here's some pictures of Barcelona. So another interesting thing about being in Cuenca is I'm the only American. I'm the only American in the study abroad group, I'm the only American in the university, and I'm like 99.9% sure I'm the only American in the entire town of Cuenca. And at first that kind of gave me some like pressure. I felt pressure to represent America really well. Like, yes, I have a gun and I eat cheeseburgers every day, but in reality that's not true at all. But when people first met me here and they found out I was American, they automatically assumed that I was a crazy sorority girl because that's what all the movies portray about college-aged American girls. And I was like, no, it's actually the opposite of me. I have nothing to do with sororities or partying. Quite the opposite. I'm quite shy, artsy girl who'd rather go hiking. So it's been interesting breaking some stereotypes and probably creating some new ones. They also make fun of me whenever I eat a cheeseburger because it's like so American. And Coke, like whenever I want to have a soda, they're like, oh, of course the American does. But the Coke here is so much better in America. I think they use real sugar or something, I'm not sure, but it's really good. I've also found that there's some things that we do in America that are really hard to explain to foreigners, like the Super Bowl. I had a hard time explaining what that is to my Polish friends. Um, you see, it's a holiday where we make a bunch of junk food and we sit around the TV and we watch a football game that they've been competing for all year. But what we're really watching is the commercials and the halftime show. So that was kind of hard to explain. And I also had a really hard time explaining The Bachelor. Um, it just seems so normal in America, but as a TV show, but when I was trying to explain it, it just felt so incredibly wrong. And I was like, oh god, we don't actually do that as like a culture thing. It's just a TV show, a very strange TV show. I've run into a lot of things that are really interesting to explain to foreigners, but it's kind of funny. But and I'm planning on going to lots of fun places. I'm going to Valencia to see El Desfile de las Fallas, the fire festival. And I'm going to Greece, and we're going to Athens and Santorini, and then I'm going to Gran Canaria. Robbie is coming in a week or so, and we're going to go to Gran Canaria. And then I'm going to go again with some girlfriends. And then I'm going to Paris. I'm meeting Anastasia and Juliana, who also are studying abroad from UNCG. We're all meeting in Paris, and my family is coming, and we're going to Italy. And I haven't decided where I'm going for my birthday yet, but I'm hoping somewhere fun. Maybe London? I don't know. But that's one of the great things about studying abroad in Europe is that you get to see so many different places because traveling is relatively cheap and it's relatively close to each other. And of course there are going to be moments of sadness while you're studying abroad where, like for example, the Super Bowl. I was really sad I missed the Super Bowl. The Panthers, North Carolina, they played, and I don't even like football, but it just made me realize that, that's a big part of me, and I don't know, it made me really sad and to miss it. And of course there are moments of sadness with study abroad. I feel like 90% of study abroad is really amazing and with intense moments of like awe and self-discovery and exploration and adventure, but there is this 10% of it where you're really sad and you're really missing home, and you feel alone, and you like no one understands you, and like you would just really like to be at home eating some familiar food, speaking your first language, with some friends that just get you, you know? But it only makes you stronger, and I'm so glad that I have didn't give up after the second day um, because I have let go and I've let God, and my theme for this trip is let your faith be bigger than your fears. And um, I've just, God has showed me so much about myself and about this world throughout this. And if you're a believer, studying abroad grows your faith in a way that I don't know how to understand and completely um, describe, but it makes you rely on God and His comfort and His strength and everything that He provides and His promises, and in a way that I don't think is possible if you're in your comfort zone. So yeah. So if I had to sum up this study abroad experience in a little nugget of advice, I would say do it, because it has absolutely positively changed my life for the better, and it has made me more aware of the world that I live in, and I feel like I've uncovered this little piece of me that I wouldn't have uncovered if I had never studied abroad. And I've met so many amazing people, and I'm going to visit so many amazing friends, and it truly is such a once in a lifetime experience. And um, I feel so incredibly blessed that I was able to study abroad. And sometimes I have to pinch myself because sometimes it feels unreal that I'm actually here and I still have 3 or 4 more months left, and the time's already going by so fast, and I wish it would slow down a little bit, but um, it's amazing. Don't go through college without studying abroad, because if you do, you'll regret it. And it's one of the best decisions I've made in my life so far. And I feel so incredibly blessed. So I wish I had more time, but I could just keep talking about Cuenca forever and my study abroad experience, but this video is already going to take forever to upload because the Wi-Fi is not very good here. So Pepe and I will say goodbye. It's nice talking to you, and if you have any questions about Spain or studying abroad in general, email me, text me, send me a message on Facebook. I'm more than willing to give advice, tips, anything you need. So, adios! Hasta luego!